going to try and end this video in a much more calm manner. I can't make any promises because for some reason, after like 9 to 10 minutes of me speaking, I do get into like some sort of toxic phase and I end up just getting too frustrated and I can't like speak about the game anymore. But I'm going to be trying to calm myself down for this video because I really want us to understand the problems that Barcelona do have. So apologies for the previous video, but we continue here. We have the second one, probably part 2 of like 4 to 5 videos I'm going to be making in the very near future. So to start things off, I want to kind of like organize this, right? Starting with point number 1. When Barcelona have the ball, Barcelona can be dominant, but they choose not to. For example, going back to my original point, Barcelona make many numerical advantages all over the pitch, but they don't capitalize based off their opportunities that they are given. And Real Madrid do give Barcelona opportunities. They do. And we saw that in this game. Real Madrid is not a special team. Real Madrid is not too hard to beat. And I really do think that with any small upgrade that Barcelona achieve, whether it's a player coming back or the system getting tweaked to get better, Barcelona can overcome Real Madrid, whether it's at the Santiago Bernabeu or at the Camp Nou or Miami or wherever. Barcelona can get the win. But I do see this Barcelona team as a team that, yes, I know did try in the match. I saw them try to persevere, but there's a reason why, my friends. Why Pedri received a red card in the end is because he was pissed and he was frustrated and he was not happy with the fact that these players around him were not giving out 110%. There's a reason why. We're talking about Pedri here. Pedri receiving a red card goes to show where this Barcelona team stand today. So for these next few weeks, we're just gonna have to like really suck it up, right? All this noise coming from the media, from ESPN, from Mundo, all these articles everywhere, social media, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you guys like get your information from. We're just gonna have to suck it up for the next few weeks because there's gonna be a lot of trolling. People are gonna be saying that Barcelona is no longer the team that they used to be, and that Real Madrid is better, and that Real Madrid are in first place and Barcelona is second. We're gonna have to suck it up, bro. Like these next few weeks is gonna be atrocious. It's gonna be annoying, but we have to take it game by game. We still have Champions League games to play for. We still have a lot of league games to play for. The season is still very young. There's still so much games that Barcelona have to go through, and it's not the end. It's just that we could have been in a much better position today. And in the league, Barcelona are showcasing that when they do have the ball, they don't look for Lamine Yamal as much as they used to. Multiple moments in this game where Yamal was in very advanced and advantageous positions, but he wasn't receiving the ball. This felt like a balanced and winnable game, but Barcelona do lack that courage in possession to keep them from taking control, and Yamal couldn't make any effect. And I wanted him to. I really wanted that. If we look at the heat map here, you can see that Yamal in the first half, in the first 45 minutes, touched the ball more on our own half than in the final third. Isn't that insane? How the hell did Yamal ended up touching the ball more and was more effective in our defensive third than our attacking third? Point number 2, Barcelona without the ball is nothing. Our high line continues to get exposed. Eric Garcia and Pau Cubarsí, and it goes for everybody. Alejandro Balde, Jules Koundé, when they don't have the ball and they have players like Mbappe or Vini or Arda Güler or Bellingham attacking them, they crumble. Now don't get me wrong, when they press high, they recover the ball effectively, and I like that. But when they don't press, which is like many times through the game, the team does fail to close spaces. And when you don't close any spaces, you get what Real Madrid did against us, right? Real Madrid don't need many passes. They don't need to make 5 to 6 passes to get the ball to Kylian Mbappe. All they need is one pass to create danger, and that's it. Very similar. Like, I know that Xabi Alonso got that style and what he did against Barcelona on this night from Carlo Ancelotti. It's just efficient, it's more direct, and you're exploiting those open spaces that Barcelona do leave behind, whether it's in the middle or behind the defensive line. It's that simple. So you combine Barcelona's approach in this game with Real Madrid also trying to pass the ball many times to their right side to get the ball away from Lamine Yamal, you get nothing from Barcelona. As you can see here in the picture, the highest concentration of play for Real Madrid was on the right side in the first 45 to 50 minutes, and that destroyed Barcelona. There's a reason why there was no goals on either side for both Barcelona and Real Madrid in the second half, is because the game was already locked. Real Madrid knew that all they needed to do was BS their way until the 90th minute, and that's it. Their highest concentration of play was on the right side. Are you kidding me? On the right side, where Real Madrid do not have Mbappe, Vini, Bellingham, and Arda Güler. What they had was Rodrigo there, or Brahim, and they did not even do anything. But what they wanted was to badly keep the ball away from Yamal's possession, and it worked. So we go into the second half, and Eric Garcia did commit a handball. However, when you look at the replay again, you can see that Bellingham's knee hit the ball, and the ball went straight to Eric Garcia's hand. So to me, this was not a handball. To me, this was a goal for the ref. And it was so corny, bro, when I saw the ref say we have to go check VAR, and all of the Real Madrid players were like, yes, let's go, let's do this. Like, yes, this is the only way you could win, is by getting these type of calls in your favor. But this was not a handball, right? Bellingham kneed the ball to Eric Garcia, but the ref checked it and he said, this is a penalty for Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe did miss this penalty, and Tech did save the day for us. However, this moment here was not going to be the reason why Barcelona were going to come out with 3 points. No, because Barcelona's whole structure is down. The mentality is down. And so Xabi Alonso later in the game committed committed to a 4-3-3. I think that he moved away from the fact that he wanted 4 midfielders to really control the tempo to wanting more attackers in the final third, trying to get that third goal. And so we saw a lot of changes. We even saw some changes on Barcelona's side. Marc Asado came in for Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres did nothing, by the way. Araujo came in for Eric Garcia. And bro, when I saw Araujo playing those last 20 minutes, I'm like, where was Araujo for the whole game? I wanted Araujo from the very beginning. I know that we were talking so much smack about Araujo not playing in this game, but when I saw Araujo get on top of Kylian Mbappe, giving him no space, just pushing him, providing all that physicalness and really bringing in that power and gaining the ball back as fast as possible, passing it to either Frankie or Pedri as fast as possible, I'm like, dude, I wish Araujo was here from the very beginning. So maybe this could be a brand new beginning for Araujo himself and for his starting position in the defensive line. But yeah, Araujo came in for Eric Garcia, and then for Real Madrid, Rodrigo came in for Vinicius, Carvajal came in for Valverde because Valverde was injured, and then we saw Brahim Diaz come in for Arda Güler. And so, we saw Vinicius come out and he was just so pissed off, right? There's a reason why this guy is never going to rank for the Ballon d'Or ever again. It's because this guy is very egotistical, way worse than Lamine Yamal, by the way. Way worse. Like, everybody wants to say that Lamine Yamal is the enemy, that he's Mr. Instagram and he's Mr. IG post and Mr. whatever, Mr. Stereo Girl, whatever they want to call Lamine Yamal. But the real villain here and the real person that actually likes to cry a lot, it is Vinicius Jr. And yes, Lamine Yamal did prove everybody right. Lamine Yamal said one thing and he said that they are whiners, they are complainers, they are stealers. What is the one thing that Vinicius did when he was being called out by Xabi Alonso? He whined and he complained and he started drama on the bench like a little kid, as if he was like 11, 12, or 13 years old. And Vinicius is a grown ass man who's like 26, 27 years old acting like this. There's a reason, bro, you're never going to rank for the Ballon d'Or. And I don't say that because I'm a Barcelona fan or because I hate this game because we lost. No, it's true. It's just that if you act like this, you will not go and rank in the top 10 for the Ballon d'Or. There's a reason why Rafinha came out the pitch and he looked at you. Yes, your Brazilian partner looked at you in the eyes and said that you are never going to rank for the Ballon d'Or ever again. If there is one player that I believe that could win the Ballon d'Or a year from today, it is Kylian Mbappe. Why? Because Kylian Mbappe scores goals, right? He's very effective and he's very professional. He was taken off later in the game and he was not complaining at all. Very professional, and that's fine. I will give my props to Kylian Mbappe, but not Vinicius Jr. That's a whole other different story. So to me, he's a fool. He's unprofessional. I'm sorry, but he's somebody that always likes to have this temper. And I do have an idea in mind that I have been thinking about in the past, I would just say 72 to 48 hours or whatever. Xabi Alonso is a man that wants to create a brand new project at Real Madrid, a project that I believe is going to be taking some time. He wants to build this brand new team. He did say something before the match between Barcelona and Real Madrid during the press conference, and he was saying that, things might not work out for us because we are a brand new team and Barcelona's in a different phase. He said that. And that very much does sound like Xavi Hernandez. And I really do see Xavi Hernandez and Xabi Alonso as very identical coaches. Not in terms of like playing style. Like, yes, maybe there are some similarities, but for sure the way that they view the game and how they view coaching, they need time, and they need time to create this new project, to create this new team. And that's going to require for players to come in and out. And I believe that if a coach comes in and says, I need players to come in and out, and especially at Real Madrid, in the context of Xabi Alonso and Vinicius Jr. being in the same team, I really do see Vini eventually falling off with Xabi Alonso. And Xabi Alonso is going to be like, you know what, Vini, you're going to have to leave. Or he's going to tell the sporting director, I don't want Vini in my team. I want to focus on Kylian Mbappe to create this new project. I can see that happening. I can see Vini going somewhere else because the relationship between these two, I just don't see it that well. So that is something to look out for. Like, I would not be surprised if Vini ends up going to like Liverpool or Man City. It would be insane. So going on to the last 10 minutes, because in the last, I would say 15 minutes of the real 90-minute match, there was nothing between Barcelona and Real Madrid. In those last 9 minutes of extra time, we saw Araujo play as a striker. Yes, you guys heard that right. Araujo yet again was playing as a striker, one of Hansi Flick's tactics. And we saw Frankie and Casado as our center back pairing with Pedri and Fermin Lopez in the double pivot position. And yes, Araujo was the number 9. Let me repeat that. Casado, Frankie, center back pairing, Pedri, Fermin, double pivot in the midfield, and Araujo as the number 9. They were looking for that header goal. They were looking for that equalizer. But in the end, Real Madrid were giving us a lot of chaos. Players were getting frustrated. There was nothing to be made there. Like, it was just not going to happen for Barcelona. I knew in those last 3 minutes of those 9 minutes that were given for extra time that Barcelona were not going to supply anything. And that is why Pedri got the red card. That's exactly why Pedri got the red card, because he was furious. And he got one yellow card, then a red card. And now he's going to be missing the next game. Pedri is the heart and soul of this engine that we carry at Barcelona. And when he knows that he needs to run this team and these players are not corresponding, yes, Pedri is going to get the red card. He's going to get mad. And that's just the name of the game. And I hope that that is a wake-up call for everybody. Everybody's included. I don't care if Rashford made an assist. I don't care if Fermin Lopez scored a goal. That includes everybody. Even for the players who are not even playing and they're injured. When they come back, they have to wake up and they have to come in at 100% because this is not it. We will lose a lot of competitions this season if we don't pick up our tempo and our intensity. And we have seen that through Pedri. I have never seen, and I've never thought about Pedri receiving a red card because Pedri is not that type of player. But here, he got a red card, and that's a signal. But that is it, right? I'm going to be making another video. I'm not going to be telling you guys exactly what that video is going to be, but it is going to be about something. I'm just going to be saving it for later. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.